So La Scuola is an Italian immersion program inspired by the Reggio Emilia approach and also supporting the International Baccalaureate curriculum framework for the primary years. So it's a really unique combination of many pedagogies and approaches that support the constructivist approach to education.
La Scuola is a truly unique place. It's at the core, it's a community of passionate and enthusiastic teachers, parents, administrators, and children.
It's the sense of joy that actually happen, when you walk inside and you feel it. Some parents feel the smell of the food in the morning and I smell it too, but I think there is this sense of joy, the children, the teacher, and the parents.
We are the only school that has blended Reggio and IB, and IB has been looking very closely at the Reggio approach for their early education system because they realize the Reggio approach of allowing a child to just learn by doing is actually better for them.
Constructivist approach to education, that's sometimes known as the progressive approach to education, is philosophically rooted into the thoughts and the thinking of John Dewey, Piaget, Vygotsky, Loris Monaguzzi, Carolina Rinaldi, and many thinkers and pedagogists of the 20th century. They had a deep belief that the children learn through doing, so that you need both skills and knowledge, but also the ability to understand concepts and to get to those contents through deep and meaningful inquiry. So by doing, they truly own the learning and the learning stays with them versus just memorizing. Rote memorization has a place in education, but it's not the ultimate goal for La Scuola.
Delle cartoline grandi o piccole?
We have an international curriculum with the International Baccalaureate and the Reggio Emilia approach. But we also have some Italian cultural values that are celebrated at the school. The Italian culture brings with it an appreciation of art, music, architecture, a real love of all things beautiful, food celebrated with family and friends. And that's a value at La Scuola, and it makes for a very joyful environment.
The differentiating factor of La Scuola is the quality of our faculty. The teachers at the school are just, absolutely exceptional.
We just give them the freedom to discover the world by themselves. We are there to help, and we could guide them, but it's themselves they discover the world. The learning comes from the students.
The students are at the center of the learning experience, and they're truly the protagonists. It's really special and wonderful as educators to really sit back and let them take control and let them guide where the learning goes.
In a lot of schools, they'll tell you, kids can't do that. Kids can't, they're not able, they're not old enough, and we don't ever say that here.
Again, it creates this joyful learning environment when kids know that, their thoughts and their ideas are being celebrated and their interests are being followed, they're so engaged.
When you allow them to take hold of their own learning, it's more fun for them, it's more fun as a teacher. It allows me to learn alongside them. There have been so many times that I've come to class with one plan and then have had to go and research something else because that's what they wanted to talk about. And it continues my own growth as a teacher and as a person.
Teachers are seen and viewed as researchers, and so we expect them to be learners for life, just like it is our goal to make sure that the children of La Scuola will be learners for life. So we're all learners at La Scuola, and we always want to continue to improve. I think at the core of our values is the idea that the child is at the center of the learning process, and we always hold a very high image of the child. So we believe that children are capable, competent, intelligent, beautiful, and they will be learners for life. So it is our aim to instill that love of learning and to keep that curiosity alive for the entire life.
A La Scuola child is very confident. A La Scuola child is confident in their thinking skills, in their creativity, and their ability to innovate. But also, a La Scuola child is able to collaborate with other children and other people.
How come? Getting out! You would read the black number. If the shorthand is pointing, if the long hand is pointing to a number, you would read
Alcune logo usano il colore blu.
Light and day is more than you'll say. follow the day.